Good morning, everyone. It's MJ Lux recording live from Barcelona this time. I'm on the road again from Monte Carlo, or from Portugal to Monte Carlo, and Monte Carlo and back. And Barcelona is kind of in the middle. So I'm recording from the Hilton here. Just wanted to say hello to everyone. I know you were concerned when I was not always connected to the internet. Monte Carlo is not in the European Union. And so I had some data issues and connectivity issues with the phone. Obviously, I was still looking at the markets. We made 16.53% so far with risk score of 3. So that's been wonderful. We largely already exceeded expectations about finding new Tesla and new NIO because our transenterics is about 435% or so up, and it's been the biggest position. We cut it in half now, took an enormous profit. So that's very interesting. And BNGO bingo, it 10x. So I put a decent amount of money on it, and when I actually saw what it is now, it's been incredibly high, and I took some profit from it on Friday as well. But we're still holding those. These are very good companies. TRXC to me is priced nearly to perfection, but the new money will help to accelerate the growth further. So maybe we come back to the glory days of much bigger prices, around 8 or whatever. We'll see. Bingo, I'm researching it further and further. So you will see a result of it at some point, probably this week. Another amazing news we have had just now from the UK. So here, the construction company will probably sell part of its business, and probably for about the same amount of money that the market cap is currently there. So that's obviously, send the price up 7.5%. We are already positioned. I told my close friends to buy it as well, and so I hope everyone is happy. It was the only red position for us, minus 2%, but in the portfolio now it's obviously in the green, and it's one of the biggest positions. So these three have been doing amazingly well. We had Aston Martin growing 4.5% yesterday, and today in Asia everything was booming. So we had 4% of the Hong Kong 50 biggest firms index growing. We actually took profit of the whole position at 50.06%. I think in about 2 weeks or so. Absolutely wonderful. And other stocks such as Lenovo and other China stocks have been doing incredibly well this morning. So we're another 1% up or so. So it's going to be close to 18% on the month. I think we're on the 19th of the month. I don't really know how long we can continue at that pace. I think everything is a bonus at this stage. We are very diversified. That's for me the most important thing, because we have India, we have Brazil, we have TZA, which is going on a short on Russell index. We have volatility index. We have few pharma stocks. We have a lot of UK. We have automotive, and marijuana, medical marijuana in the portfolio. We have Brazilian stocks. So we have really big diversification. I think about 42 instruments, which is consistent with modern portfolio theory. And I've built a bigger cash position because I expect some drawdown in the coming weeks, and then I would like to refill. I have a bit of itchy fingers because there's a lot of good opportunities, so I will open new positions. I'm very active, even when I'm traveling, racing or whatnot. And now race with other people, so I can take a break and log in and do the transaction. So that's very good. So I think, these are the main updates. I think you're probably quite happy to see me. A lot of you has said, oh, it's so great you're back. We were worried. And, that's really reassuring and great for me to know that you really appreciate those updates. I do expect to have a formal video conference with eToro soon, since we are already Green Star. We have not really celebrated that because that was during my time that I was a little bit more disconnected from my phone. And so obviously we should celebrate that. We should celebrate 17% on the month. Amazing things are happening on Instagram, where a lot of my friends are kind of shouting me out and thanking for making 50% since November, October, that kind of thing. So that's really, really good. We will not rest on our laurels. As the expression goes, we will continue to do our absolute best. Risk-free is an absolute honor to have, and I've been working so hard to diminish the risk, and making 17-18% on a month with risk-free. I think it speaks for itself. I don't know if anyone has ever done it, so I'm happy that we have. I am prepared to benefit from the drawdown, so I'm actually watching very closely to getting more signals. Now we get another stimulus signal, so it's not a signal to sell again. So SPX is growing. We like UK, we like Hong Kong, but we also like India and Brazil and emerging markets, so we benefiting from that. We have some good ETFs. We have removed block and other blockchain ETFs, but may come back to some of this more innovation focus. So we will not maybe try to catch growth stocks such as Tesla and NIO, but maybe rather have an ETF. So feel free to, in the comments below, to suggest some good ETFs. I think I would, because I think I will focus more on macroeconomical point of view, as I posted this morning, probably buy an index with a leverage, buy or sell, obviously, depending on the situation. I think I'm at this position with such a strong portfolio and a little bit of cash left. I think that's the best. We would increase QR and so on, but we are becoming bigger at 1.5 million and 500 copiers. So also the decisions we make carry more weight, and therefore I think about them even more carefully. And I think we will pick up a few stocks that I have not spoken about yet. I've been kind of researching them in the background. And yes, I will take positions on the indices, but if you can comment with the good ETFs that you think are good, and maybe some smaller stocks that have been recently added, I've analyzed some of them, but if you see other opportunities, it's actually easier and quicker for me to just plug them. I think I will be home at the Palace in Portugal on Wednesday evening. So since then, I will be back to my normal screens. Obviously, I have always several TVs with me wherever I go, and the screens in the car, but it will be a little bit more back to normal. So more videos, more lives. I hope to make a official call with eToro, where all of you watching now, but also those who don't know me, will be able to register and get to know me. So that would be great. I think we'll put more effort on YouTube. Instagram is going very well, and LinkedIn is doing fantastically well. So feel free to connect on LinkedIn. I think people seeing my profile or understand a little bit more about my approach. We are somehow now getting a little bit closer to people who invest maybe 50,000 and so on. There's more and more demands from that category. So that's great. The minimum copy has to be about 500. I would say maybe 650 now. So maybe update that. I will take some positions that are a little bit smaller, maybe in the pharmaceutical, similar like we did with BNGO. And so be mindful of that. And I think it's always good to put a little bit more. And this portfolio is really, even though we have this catapultive growth, it's really now more about capital preservation than ever before. I've talked about risk-adjusted return. This is exactly what it is. But the diversification I've built is not only to generate a lot of return, but actually to protect. Because some of the CEOs I advised historically are also on board now in eToro, and my family and myself. It's quite a bit of money I have. I only realized it's actually a lot for eToro standards later, when I had when I saw Jade having to increase for Blackstar, I was actually quite scared because we don't have to increase anything for Blackstar, so we're ready to take it. So just help me grow the AUM and number of copiers, and we'll go after the Blackstar. No problem. We don't need to increase the equity at all. Far from it. We can accumulate, we can adjust. Even if there was a drop, we are not hurting there. So let's go quickly to the Blackstar. I'll be quite happy there, and let's grow the AUM together. If you have any questions, comment below. If you have ideas for ETFs, comment below. And if you have ideas, don't call them penny stocks. I don't like it. I'm not a wolf of Wall Street. But if you have ideas for new companies that were added to eToro, also feel free to suggest them in the comments, and I also always plug them to my algorithms and my screens and see if this is something interesting to buy. At the moment, I have so many interesting things that I literally have to drive a bit and be in the sun to even think about which I want to buy exactly, because just so many good opportunities. But as I said, I'm also preparing for the eventual downturn. I am currently in Spain, and I'm seeing Spain is doing quite nicely. I think the level of fear is much lower than in France, and so I like it more here. Portugal has grown now into red zone quite badly, so I may actually have to spend more time in Barcelona than in Portugal. Well, this is more private, but it's just more to tell you that for me, this travel is also helping with a macroeconomical point of view. I don't like to stay in one country and watch TV. I prefer to see it myself, and that's also why I'm traveling so much. So I see a lot of comments from you now, so I will stop this, upload it on YouTube, and post it as a video here. And then I will go for a walk in Barcelona, where I have a call with an investor now in 17 minutes. And then I will have a walk in Barcelona. I'm hearing that the Parc Güell is open, so that's great. Yesterday we couldn't get to Phoenix Park in Nice, so today I will have a walk with my parents in the gardens. And then we'll be racing towards Portugal, probably via Valencia. So expect to hear more from me. There are articles in the making, and I love communicating with you, and I love to see that you are commenting even more and more. So I will try to get back to all the comments. But once again, massive thanks to the A team. You're really an A team. I like Ed Sheeran sings, and absolutely wonderful. And so we stay in touch. Call me if you need to get hold of me, and overall stay safe, invest responsibly, and try to replace these fears of COVID and other things, and try to find some opportunities, which you have done amazingly well since March anyway. But that's kind of the message I want to part you with. So take care, all the best, and see you soon.